Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman, and thank you as well, Chairman Yeager, and members of this distinguished committee. I am Justin J. Pearson, I'm the president of MCAP, and really grateful to be here with you. Chairman Yeager and me and a lot of other folks share a similar position here. We want reliable, affordable infrastructure to supply the state of Tennessee. And I think legislation that would do that would be good. I think legislation that takes away local control and power from communities to say what's best for the communities is not good. This legislation, I believe, strips every local government across all 95 of our counties away from their inherent power to protect their communities and ensure that companies who seek to do business, who seek to build pipelines or other infrastructure, do it in partnership with the people who live in those communities. We share similar values across this state. Whether you're white, black, or whatever your class is, growing up Southern, there are some things that we all get together. One of those things, I think, is the right to local control. Another is our God-given right to self-determination. And all of us know how important protection of property is. This legislation, I believe, puts those values at risk. And that's why today I'm hoping that this committee might take further time to study this bill and its ramifications for all of Tennessee. As it is currently written, and we've seen the amendment from TDEC as well, it still has companies that are headquartered out of state or even foreign companies take power away from county mayors and county commissioners who we duly elect and allow them to put our farmland or our well fields or our reservoirs at risk. Now, we know quite well what pipeline companies' main motives are. And it does not have to do with the interest of Tennesseans. But my county mayor, your county mayor, our county commissioners, they're elected to care about us. Executives, they care about their profits more. This legislation would make it impossible for local governments to have zoning that says you can't build that pipeline, that explosive pipeline or that crude oil pipeline next to your kid's school or 100 feet away from your home. Those are the types of legislation that I don't think are prohibitive, because we don't want to prohibit that, but that are protective of our communities, which is what we want local government to do, right? This legislation, by eliminating local control, takes the power away from our duly elected officials and gives it to executives in Texas or TransCanada or some of these other folks who don't care anything about Tennesseans' property or its people. I'll move ahead here. We need and want energy, and we can agree on that, Mr. Chairman Yeager. One thing we could do is stop exporting so much oil to kind of help with that. But the pipeline that we fought, in particular, it was going to send that oil for export to India or something like that. It wasn't even for Tennesseans, and they wanted to build that through our communities. And I'm going to definitely wrap here, Chairman.
Thank you.
I think that there are a number of lingering questions that we have about this legislation, but that we don't have to sacrifice our independence. We don't have to sacrifice the freedoms that we believe in and our values in order for these pipeline companies to do whatever it is they wish, and that with more time, this legislation could include the people's voice to be a good piece of legislation. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Members' questions for our guest? Seeing none, thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, Mr.
Appreciate
Chairman.
you being here today.
Appreciate you.
Your testimony.
Thank you.